Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome to match 27. Today we are playing against Yapo and his team, the Assyrian Assault. It is, of course, if you know Yapo, you know he's playing a Norse team.
Yeah, he's playing a Norse team, and Yapo is a machine that does nothing but destroy. This is, it's gonna be a hard match.
Right. Straight off the bat, 2 cheerleaders means that I get reroll, and he does not, which is always fun.
Get it, cheerleaders.
Now, this is also a fun match because these are 2 teams who typically don't survive long enough to get to 2000 TV in Norse and of course us as the Pro Elves, but...
Oh no.
Welcome to Norse Bowl.
Welcome to match 27.
They really want to destroy your face.
Where's Tony?
Tony is right there, middle left.
Oh, yeah, I totally didn't even see his name, yeah.
I didn't put him on the line because I knew that Yapo was going to want to blitz him. That's top shelf thinking. So,
Wow.
Of course, Loki is lining up to blitz him. In case you forgot, I forget. Actually, I should have looked up how long it's been since we played Norse, but Norse are very frenzy heavy. Norse also start with block on almost all their players. We got the Yeti over here who's coming in hot. You know he's going to pile that on.
Oh, just a KO. Stud minute! Yes! Yes! Oh.
He's coming back next match, kids! Yay!
Okay, I'm done with commentary for this week. That was fun. That's good. Let's do this again next week.
You can't just leave when Asshole Tony leaves.
He's the only player I care about.
What about,
Wow.
like, Turbofucker?
Turbofucker's pretty cool.
Exactly.
Well, now I'm just kind of disappointed that Tony's just fine.
Uh-huh.
Like, I poured this glass
He's
of
not
rye.
fine, he's badly hurt. Berg.
I was he's fine.
He's off the match.
But I had this glass of rye already for, like, I was ready to toast him. Like, I had a cheerful eulogy. I was gonna crack jokes.
Every single week do you walk in assuming that Asshole Tony's gonna die and get upset and disappointed when he doesn't?
You know, every week when we sit down, when Tony's in a match, I
Yeah.
start by pouring a glass of something.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's also in weeks when Tony's not playing, I also sit down with a glass of something. So I guess it's...
Right.
Yeah, I just sit down with glasses of liquor. That's what I do.
Asshole Tony can't die when he's not here. So, Elrond is a bad dice roller, but Elrond has Leap now, so presumably I could have done something cool with Leap, but I didn't because I don't want to.
You should just do it for style.
Because I don't need to. Style leaping has gotten me so far in life, but now's not the time to do it. I considered
Do it for the vine.
maybe leaping over the top, on top of Thor, to try to set up a screen, like a super fast screen, just because I'm really quick and I have the fastmans. But this is not the time nor place to make that happen. I forgot we were totally going to talk about Norse, and we have not. There's, of course, the Yeti, who is Disturbing Presence, which might affect the pass game, but probably shouldn't. And he's a wild animal with Frenzy.
Look at that mask, too. I've never seen such a high-level Yetans.
That's a level 5 Yeti. Normally, people who play Norse either don't take the Yeti because the Yeti's not that great of a big guy for the cost, and also because they want to keep their team value down because they play better in lower team values. But Yapo has decided to keep this Yeti along for the Wild Riot, and even though he hasn't rolled doubles, he's not a good Yeti. He's a valuable member of the team, I guess.
Yeah, usually with Yetis and Croxagors and those big guys on bash teams, I'll get rid of them if they don't roll doubles in their first 3 levels. But, you know, he kept this one around. And, yeah. I like him.
Yep, there are the 2 Ulf Warners who start with Frenzy, and so they both have to get block eventually, but being Strength 4, that makes it a little easier to get those casualties. Only Agility 2, but they are Movement 6, so they're nice and fast destroyers. One of them has Guard, one of them has Tackle, and they both have Block Mighty Blow. There are, of course, the 2 Berserkers who are sitting on the line. Those are the Palmers of the team. One of them is plus Agility, one of them is minus Agility, which I think is kind of funny, but they're both Palmers. And they're both scary.
This has been like his main Norse team for ages.
Mm-hmm.
And I've played against this team probably 24 times.
Oh, so you're intimately familiar with the inner workings of this team.
This is the team that was the other half of the Great Norsening. When we played our 2K Norse against each other and Cyanide crashed and saved his team from complete destruction.
So yeah,
he's so bad.
He's gonna go for the Agility 3 pass game, and he rolls a 2 on the pass. He rolls a 1 and a 2, so that's more bad dice for the thrower.
He's not doing so hot with the blood bowling.
Nope. What's about to happen for me though is there are 3 tackle zones on the ball, and now there are 1 tackle zones on the ball. Who do
Yeah.
I have?
Good work. You have elves. You don't need a specific elf.
I
You
have
elves.
Elf Ron Hubbard, the agility 5 elf who
No, did you just...
picks up on a 2+, leaps on a 2+, dodges on a 2+, and then dodges again on a 2+, and then hands
Did you
off.
just call him Elfrond Hubbard?
That's who he is.
Ugh. Why do you have to add an extra pun into what's already a pun?
He is 3 times the elf. Look at how incredibly elfy he is.
That was
9-3-5-7 blodge leap. Like, make him elfier, I dare you.
That was the inception of elf puns. Like,
Sure.
It's too many puns. That's puns on puns on puns. And I'm fucking sick of it.
So there I'm trying to figure out, and of course,
Yes.
it wouldn't be leap if it wasn't, the first leap I ever did, failed. So,
That's Blood Bowl.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out which one of those players didn't have tackle. And there's a fair amount of tackle on this team, not as much as you might expect for a 2K Norse
I
team.
think there's only 2. 3. 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
there are 2.
3.
Yeah, there's 3. One of them,
There's one lino, yeah.
who probably shouldn't be. He's
Yeah,
not good.
he's
He ain't no
trimmed
good.
his TV a lot here with linos. I usually have linos with a level or 2, give them all like fend and tackle, have kick on 1, whatever. It's not a team that you want to keep your linos. Your linos fucking suck anywhere above like 1200 TV.
They are armor value 7, but because they have block, they tend to be a lot more durable than most linos. So it's pretty easy to not have them die on you.
Well, Norse are just kind of a weird team, just the whole way it goes through like its TV progression. Like the way that their SPP distribution goes, it's a lot more like an elf team than most bash teams. Like you wind up having incredibly over-leveled positionals in the berserkers, and the elf runners once they get started become pretty crazy too. But all your linos are garbage. It's like linos; they just get nothing and they're pointless. I don't know. I love.
I
Norse.
should point out that I chose not to double GFI with Tina Fey to go try to score this turn. There was, of course, Bragi, who has tackle, who could have knocked me down, but he failed the GFI and then rolled pushes, so...
Well, yeah, you're stalling like a jackass.
That worked exactly according to plan. And I'm not being a jackass. How many
Oh, you're stalling.
GFIs in the end zone have I failed? Without the reroll, I'm in no rush.
3, I think.
Out of 4, so...
3 out of 2, actually. It's amazing.
Oh, that's right. I've definitely dub skulled into the end zone, if you want to count that. So Yapo's already being a dice apologist. Typically, when I play Yapo, the last time I played him, I think between the two of us, we rolled like 9 dub skulls on blocks. So I was kind of expecting this match to be just a parade of skulls, which actually benefits me because I don't have to roll block dice. That's how dice work, by the way. Some dice, you have bad dice, and then sometimes you have good dice, so in the end you might roll normal, but your block dice are always terrible, and your Kaz dice are always great. And that's just the way it is.
Yep. Or if you can just, if like really good Blood Bowlers always just have good dice.
Sure. That's the secret.
Yeah, that's the secret. That's why Yupen's so good.
Right. And that's why I'm so good.
That's not why you're so good.
Why am I so good then?
You're not that good.
Yeah, my dice are amazing.
They're pretty good sometimes.
I would argue most of the time.
Okay, yeah, I was about to argue that your dice aren't amazing, and then I just thought back to the first Apostate match.
Did you have flashbacks to this entire LP? Like almost every match, like save like 2, where I had god awful dice.
Yeah, no, pretty much this. Just so many images just flashing across my eyes.
Right. Now, the simple thing would be just to dodge away with Tina Fey on a 2+, use my team reroll if I need to, because Bragi, of course, has tackle. But this also gives me an opportunity to punch. In this case, I want to punch Freya.
I like Suicide Tank, kind of. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, Suicide Tank's good. He's really cool. So what I'm going to choose to do, rather than try to punch Bragi, is stand here just in case something bad happens.
Sure, why not?
And it's pretty easy. Tina Fey touchdown. Tina Fey, 1 SPP from leveling.
Yay! She
Which
can
is pretty
be
exciting.
more elfy.
By 1 level. By exactly 1 level elfier.
Yeah.
Already have 2 casualties. There's, of course, the obvious Tony casualty that happens, but picking up another casualty is not good. When you play against a Norse team like this, or just really any bash team, it becomes the impetus becomes like score as fast as possible, so that when you only have 5 players left, you're up by such a margin that you're gonna win.
You say that immediately after stalling.
Yeah, that was a great trade. I will trade Njord, the, I believe it was the Agility 4 player. Yes, it was. The Agility 4 tackle guard Palmer.
He got KO'd?
I will trade that. He got KO'd on the Throne Rock.
Blows.
And Ripguy only got stunned. Teehee. Oh no!
Fuck you, Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf's okay. 1 SPP from leveling also. Join the 1 SPP from leveling club.
Excuse me, Tony's no longer part of that club, so it's no longer the Cool Kids Club.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now it's just a bunch of nerds.
Nobody ever called it the Cool Kids Club.
I did.
One person called it the Cool Kids Club.
I did. That's right. The math checks out. Oh no, he's not a do stuff Yeti. Now he's just an idiot Yeti.
Yeah, he's just a dumb idiot Yeti. I believe later on Yapo will mention that he is very much trying to assassinate Hayberg now that Tony is gone. So that makes this 3DB make a little bit more sense. Well, not there's any better targets, but the more you are blitzing my line of scrimmage targets, the more good players are not being blitzed.
So he's just targeting everything I love.
Yeah, exactly.
Except I hate Hayberg.
Another thing that's going to be very important that I'm not going to necessarily be pointing out because it's just a thing that I am like incredibly cognizant of because I've played it against Yapo a lot. There are 5 players on this team with Frenzy. So where Suicide Tank and John Wilkes Boot are standing, if I had put any other player, I can guarantee I could have bet my inheritance on the fact that those players would have gotten surfed.
With Yapo, yeah, dude, he's all about surfing. Like,
yes,
Point Break, he watches it every morning when he wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
Really big on Point Break. So he's so excited about the new remake. You should ask him about it.
And he's gonna foul Hayberg just because you got the players to do so. Why not?
Yeah, and one thing, a lot of times you can try to set people up in frenzy traps and shit. I think it's a complete waste of time to try to frenzy trap Yapo.
Mm-hmm.
He was born frenzying. Like, he just came out of the womb and just went 2 wombs over. That's all he knows. You're never gonna frenzy trap Yapo. He might frenzy trap you.
Oh, that's pretty next level. So I'm going to, you can see I'm throwing the 1DB, but someone forgot about Dauntless. It was you. You forgot about Dauntless.
What? I didn't forget about Dauntless.
You always forgot about Dauntless, and so then I'm just going to push more people into the trash compactor.
How? What? I'd never forget about Dauntless.
Don't forget about Dauntless. So here's going to be a case where I put someone 3 from the sideline instead of 2 from the sideline, because I really don't want Elven Cheerleader to be surfed. He can be pinned like against the sideline, but not surfed.
It's an elf. It's fine.
Right. I did forget, however, to count squares.
That's the hardest part of Blood Bowl.
The space between Turbofucker 9000 and Elven Cheerleader is not 2 squares wide. Hello, your whole team can now just enter my screen. This is the wrong thing to do.
Yep, Yapo is about to enter your team.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a terrifying way to put it, but sure, I guess.
Well, that's pretty much the Norse game plan, isn't it?
Sure. Mostly, for the most part.
Yeah, this is no halfling situation. They want to wear the elves as gloves.
Like, this team against a 2000 orc team, like, it does not stand much of a chance.
Oh, no.
It just becomes a case of, oh no.
The dragon.
Oh dear. Okay, he's fine.
Yes. Okay. Good. He can unleash the dragon again.
Arguably, that's not worth it with so many other good targets, and at least 1 Palmer still in the field. Loki is also a Palmer, I guess, so that's 2 Palmers. But you could argue that the dragon is not worth the reroll, but...
Now, you know what? The dragon, his life just flashed before his eyes. I'll drink to that.
Sure.
Good work, Rex Grossman. I don't need an excuse to drink.
Someone great is going to die, and then you're going to feel dumb for prematurely toasting.
Excuse me. Do you think I'm just, like, going to run out of whiskey?
No, I'm just saying the second toast makes you look dumb.
I was... Okay.
Yep. Caught you.
Okay, yeah, you beat me, yeah.
Caught you on it. So this is a nice little cage.
Yeah, Loki is a very large man.
Yes, he is. Well, he is not a man. He is a yeti.
No, he's a man. He's a man.
Okay.
You don't know his life, dude. You don't know what happened that day at the plant. You don't know
the plant.
Yeah, no, that he's a human. That's just an awful, awful incident at his workplace.
You're doing like a genetic thing. So my plan was basically just to. It's turn 5. My plan was just kind of like to get away a little bit. Oh, that's not right.
You should do that. That's right.
That ain't right.
Just cue it up.
I'm thinking I want to mark the ball carrier if I can get the 1DB knockdown with elementary leader. Oh god, I'm not gonna. Let's figure this name situation out right here. What did I say? I looked it up, and I can't
Ollier?
remember. Ollier?
Yeah.
Is that right, or are you just making this up?
That's what you said.
Okay.
I don't know if it's right. You said it was right, so if it's wrong, you're the idiot.
Ullir is as a Norse thrower, they start with sure hands, in addition to block, which is kind of scary. Oh, that's right, I'm going to foul tier. Because I can.
You are a monster.
Fouling, piling on players is the correct decision.
Yeah, if you're a coward.
That is the one time I will accept.
Turbo fucker, no!
Oh no! Remember that time he was part of the Essel Tony pass?
Yeah.
And then he stood next to two sources. Those were the coolest things I could find that he did.
All right, you were right.
He was 0 SPP.
Well, you know what that means.
What? See, you just look... Second toast.
I raise my glass. Turbo fucker 9000. You were a glorious man with a fantastic elf beard.
I think you... Elfbeard?
Yeah, he has a beard. You just couldn't tell his pixels stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, he had a giant beard. But,
That was a pretty hot piling on. That was a pretty good stud man right there.
you died as you lived. Pointlessly.
Mm-hmm. I don't think he had... I think he had some SPP, but he may as well have been 0 SPP.
Yep.
And the two things that you'll notice if you're paying attention to the death card that flashes by real quick. If you Google TurboFucker 9000... If you Google TurboFucker 9000, this is the top result is from the LP. And the other thing I will note is that please continue to die worthless, unskilled linemen so that my good players may continue to live.
Yep. You're gonna... You know, one of these days, Tony's actually gonna die, and this team is going to be ground to dust the next match. It will prove us right this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, he really is. I truly believe he is the voodoo doll for this team. And the day he disappears... Oh, I hope that day never comes. It's too terrifying to think of.
Luckily for me, Darth Vidar decided to punch a sidestepper who has Frenzy.
That's good.
So now, I have some plans. I have big plans to get that ball back.
I believe in you.
On this turn 6.
Suicide Tank can do it, I think.
Yep. Suicide Tank is not going to have much in the way of support once I can... Because the plan is, of course, to 1DB Frenzy through, knock the ball free, dodge away, pick it up, and keep running. Not going to have a lot of support down the field because like almost everyone is tied up in something, but because all his players are tied up in something, when I pop that POW and that ball is just laying out in front of me, see you nerds, I'm out.
Really? Did that just have to happen?
Suicide Tank out.
Oh, you're such an ass.
There is Bragi, the tackle player. He's kind of a problem. Like, maybe he can knock Suicide Tank down, but John Wilkes Boot is now going to be in a great position to support, so that Suicide Tank can't really be surrounded. If you try to punch Suicide Tank, he will basically just sidestep away and run to glory. Almost all of my players are going to get hit this turn, but I got the ball free, and if I can score 2-0 and keep him from scoring more importantly, and I get the ball back in the second half, things are going to look real good.
We need to get pass block.
Yeah. Yapo is pointing out pass. Pass block would be great on a player like Elrond Hubbard, who's Agility 5, Nerves of Steel, Leap.
That would make him way elfier, actually.
Elrond Hubbard is literally never going to level up again. It is, 76 to Superstar, which is the level he's at now, level 6. Level 9 is 176, so all of the SPP he's gotten now is not even half of what he would need.
Yeah, but once you get up to, like... I don't know, once you have a player that's that good,
yeah,
getting the last 100 SPP usually goes pretty quickly, actually. It's like they just become so good. I'm saying it's not like... You know, it kind of sucked early on, getting him the early touchdowns, and then he has, like, agility and whatever. He's way more effective.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like...
Oh, no!
Suicide Tank dead? No, he's not.
Nope.
No, I'm just saying that when you have, like, someone that's just a really, really, really good touchdown scorer like Elrond, he's gonna get the SPP, like... I don't know. It's not like you got there with someone that does nothing but just do blocks.
Right.
It's faster. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ineffectively, I may add, I was saying.
Oh no, Elven Cheerleader's down too.
Rip.
Whatever. These players are just going down like flies. So a player like Elrond, who starts out, like catchers are so good at getting touchdowns anyway, none of the skills that he's gotten have really made him, like, other than Agility 5 Leap and plus movement, which is pretty good. Agility 5 is really great. But getting SPP, like, I guess you could, if I wanted to feed him SPP to get him to Legend, I guess that's a little easier now, but it's not, like, worlds easier compared to when he was level 1.
Yeah. Well, I just think from the barometer of, like, the dudes that I have at Legend
Right.
are, like, a Gutter Runner that's a one-turner, like,
Yeah.
Kumquat, who's just amazing. It's...
Sure.
I don't know. I don't have any elves at Legend. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Someday we may be able to witness Kumquat in the flesh, but...
Oh, he will be seen by the thread.
Sure. Absolutely.
He's too beautiful not to be shared, really.
Unfortunately for me, Rip Guy gets knocked down, because the plan was, again, to just, like, wedge Rip Guy over there, and then Suicide Tank is going to blitz through and go for gold.
Well, best of luck, Suicide Tank.
It's going to be a little harder now. I'm going to have to do Tina Fey GFIs. I think I'm just going to do the 1dB, because the follow-up's going to be a 1dB anyway. I could have marked Heimdall to make this first one a 2dB, but a 1dB against a player who just has block where I have Frenzy. I get to throw at least... Oh, and also it's important to check to see who can score. And in this case, it's just Freyr. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. Probably double mark it with that round, maybe not. Maybe not even bother. I guess I considered one guy to be good enough, because Suicide Tank probably...
Oh, look at that Kaz box.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary cast box. Of
Really?
course, the
Another
5. Yep. That ball's my ball.
You're an ass. Oh, you can't score, though.
I cannot score yet.
Hey, New.
Yeah?
You can't score from here.
Cannot.
Got him.
You got me.
Oh, fucking got him.
You've taken my phrase and you have turned it on its head.
I need a high five from someone.
You're gonna have to either
Fuck it.
high five yourself, which is lame, which you did,
Yep, did it.
just not. I could have leaped there, but actually I have rerolls. I'm not sure why I didn't leap for fun, but I guess I could technically use
Because
those
you're a
rerolls
coward.
to do this. I am a coward. You're right. I'm gonna try to form a protective barrier here.
You're forgetting this is an LP. This is for the fans, and you're
Mhm.
you're not doing a whole lot in the way of good showmanship.
What are you talking about? Look at this. Look at these hot plays.
These aren't hot plays. You're running an elf through a tackle zone.
I'm sneaking an elf through tackle zones to come wheeling around here to form the flying V, which will lead Suicide Tank to... I'm trying to sell this up here. Come on,
You're
work
not
with me a little
Charlie
bit.
Conway. You're not on the Mighty Ducks. You're not going to do a triple deke here. You dodged an elf through a tackle zone.
A sidestep is basically if I sidestep into the end zone, that's basically a triple deke.
Oh, okay.
And that is entirely possible right here. Heimdall is going to go hard
What a champion!
through tackle zones.
Yeah!
He has strip ball also. So I actually couldn't have triple deked into the end zone. But he does manage to knock me down with his tackle.
Oh, pile on. Oh, never mind.
Nope.
I don't know.
And actually, hey Berg.
Yeah.
Yapo can score from here.
Yeah, he can.
It would fall on the shoulders of Vidar to dodge
That if that
through that little
happens,
gap.
we need to have lens flare all
Mhm.
over this screen. You need to have big plays ink.
It's
on
not,
the screen. It's not. Wow, he spaled that. He spaled that spectacularly, is what I just said.
He did fail it pretty spectacularly. And actually, this is great positioning because it means minimal effort is required to get Rip Guy Who Died. I'm considering the Tina Fey pickup pass just to get Tina Fey her vanity pass out of the way, but there's going to be plenty of time for that. I'll have the opportunity to surf the thrower, which I think I should take every time. Oh, and then I kind of realized at this point that I actually can't do that, but I'm just going to block him with John Wilkes Boo.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonable play.
I believe Yapo only has the one thrower, so if I can get him out of the game, that makes the Elven Cheerleader that much more effective, assuming the Elven Cheerleader comes back from the game. Okay. But getting Rip Guy Who Died easy SPP is pretty good. Because he's a good player.
He's garbage player. Shit player.
Movement 9 guard, wrestle is pretty cool.
Not
Wish
bad.
that was block or dodge, but what are you going to do? And that's the first half. We'll see you guys for the second one.
Bye!